1961. On January 1st, Anthony Amonte launches a business to provide precision machining to industries focused on the future. 4 months later, NASA launches Freedom 7, the first American manned space mission.
5, 4, 2, 1.
The age of the new frontier is upon us, and the need for cutting-edge technology has begun. 2011, Advanced Manufacturing, celebrating 50 years of serving the precision machining industry and beyond. Mr. Amonte started with a handful of employees, a few machines, and a pledge of total commitment to quality, customer satisfaction, and excellence. Anything less was unacceptable. Over the years, that pledge has not wavered. Today, Advanced Manufacturing employs nearly 200 people working around the clock and operates dozens of sophisticated, state-of-the-art machines. From day one, Advance has kept moving forward.
In the very beginning, when I bought the business in a little existing place in the old Spalding building in Chicopee, I knew I had to get out of there, and within 6 months had found a spot in Westfield and had started building my first facility, which was a 17,000 square foot building. It took a lot of courage.
The list of early customers started to multiply. General Electric, Cole Morgan, Hamilton Standard, Raytheon, Honeywell. Commercial industries like power generation and aviation grew at a rapid pace. And as new technology evolved, the needs of our nation's Defense Department escalated. Superior precision machining became increasingly essential.
Well, my days were very hectic in the beginning because there was just a few of us, and I'd get in the shop early, make sure everything was in order and they had enough to do for the day, and then I'd take off for Boston, where most of our customers were, and I'd be going down the turnpike at 100, 110 miles an hour, if you believe it or not, and I put about 78,000 miles on the car the first year. So it was hectic, and I'd make it down to Boston sometimes twice in a day, and I'd get back in time to close up in the evening, make sure. But I had good people here. Ernie Krokenberger, my plant manager. My office manager was a girl at that time, Stacia. And they did a wonderful job, and without them, it never would have happened.
It wasn't long before the computer age began to blossom, and Advance's ability to diversify led the company toward the new industry of semiconductors. It was an uncharted market. Mr. Amonte increased his sales force, and soon his customer base also grew, with the addition of such pioneering customers as Lam Research, Brooks Automation, and SVG Silicon Valley Group. Around that same time, the company obtained a patent for a hydraulic torque wrench for use in the assembly of jet engines being built at Pratt & Whitney, an early giant in the aerospace industry. Advance delivered the first wrench in 1964. Other customers followed. To date, Advance has built and shipped nearly 2,000 around the world. Soon after came more products, including a calibration stand, the first of which was shipped to Air France in 1966. Along the way, Mr. Amonte's sons came into the business. They swept the floors, they learned the ropes, they went to school. Each developed a different focus. Bill, machining production. Dave, finance. Mark, product development. Together, they've built the company into a thriving global business that has included diverse work for specialty industries, from film processing equipment for Kodak and Polaroid to machining components for America's Patriot missiles and other defense programs.
Well, my father started the business in a 1,000 square foot facility in the old Spalding building in Chicopee, where they made baseballs for the major leagues. 2 years later, we built this facility here in Westfield. It was a 17,000 square foot facility, and I actually swept the first floors. Today, 50 years later, we're about 120,000 square feet with the latest manufacturing technologies and special processes. It's always been our policy to reinvest in the company. Annually, we put millions of dollars back in here to get the latest and greatest equipment in here. We do this to provide job security for our valued employees and to keep up with the latest technologies and the demands that our customers need.
Many factors have contributed to the success of Advance, including the design of the first computerized torque system. This system integrates precision tooling on a very complex assembly procedure for the world's leading jet engine manufacturers. They've also engineered and designed over a dozen different systems, without which most of the jet engines flying throughout the world today could not have been built.
One of Advanced Manufacturing's strengths over the years has been our diversified customer base. We've been able to maintain customers in a variety of industries so that when one industry slows down, we have a good customer in a different industry and we're able to pull in work and keep our workforce busy. We watch the trends, we stay diversified.
Advanced Manufacturing has also added several more major accounts to its customer base, including General Dynamics, Electric Boat, Northrop Grumman, Goodrich, Goddard Space Center, and Borg Warner, all while maintaining strong, ongoing relationships with core customers, many of which have honored Advance with awards and recognition.
Our machine components are literally out of this world. They're used on the space shuttle to get the parts up to the space station. We have parts that are on submarines under the sea. Fighter planes use our components. We also have components that make chips for the semiconductor industry. So we have a very diversified customer base, and that is part of the reason that we've been able to sustain our manufacturing edge for 50 years.
The one thing that hit home for gratification for the whole shop, I think, was last year, the 2010 Olympic four-man bobsled team. We actually manufactured the runners that went on the bottom of that sled. And when those fellas came in and talked to us, they emphasized how important that the precision of those rails were, that, you know, half a tenth of a second makes a difference between gold, silver, or bronze. And they just gave us an attaboy, and that was gratifying for the whole shop to hear those guys talk about that.
Now that we've reached our 50th anniversary, which has been one of my milestones, we just recently passed another one of my goals and dreams, was that the company would be carried on by the third generation. David's son has come aboard and he's going to work out fine. It's made me very, very happy that it's happened, coincidentally, on my 50th anniversary. From the beginning, our goal was excellence in the products that we produced. I've been able to maintain that through the 50 years, and that will continue to be our goal. Amen.
50 years of progress, leadership, and innovation. Backed by a solid, loyal team of highly skilled employees. Supported by a dependable group of top-notch vendors. And trusted by our valued customers. From historic beginnings to new frontiers, Advanced Manufacturing continues to provide precision machining and cutting-edge technology to meet the needs of today and tomorrow.